This week, the FBI blows the lid on the secret Chinese police station here in NYC's Chinatown, Discord leaker Jack Teixeira's court saga continues, and Taylor Swift apparently knew SBF was trouble when he walked in. It's Sunday evening, April 23rd, and this is the AnimetaTV Newswire, Part 1. U.S. federal agents arrested 2 New York residents for allegedly operating a Chinese, quote, secret police station here in NYC's Chinatown on Monday, and what federal prosecutors said was part of a crackdown on Beijing's alleged targeting of dissidents. It was here, in this unassuming office building amongst the bustle of Lower Manhattan's beloved gem of a neighborhood, with this nice ramen restaurant on its ground floor and its well-reputed acupuncturist. It was here that the FBI alleges that a secret police outpost overseen by the Fushu Municipal Public Security Bureau, a branch of China's Ministry of Public Security, waged surveillance and harassment campaigns against dissidents living in the United States, including trying to forcibly repatriate people who China considered fugitives. U.S. citizens and Chinese nationals Liu Jinwang and Chen Jinping face charges of conspiring to act as agents of China's government without informing U.S. authorities and obstruction of justice. They are said to have used a police outpost to intimidate Chinese dissidents living in the United States on China's behalf. They were released on bond following an initial appearance in Brooklyn federal court. Liu and Chen lead a non-profit organization that lists its mission as providing a social gathering place for people from China's Fujian province. But American authorities allege that was a front for something far more sinister. Federal prosecutors said they were clearly focused on monitoring members of the Chinese diaspora and infringing on their right to free speech. FBI counterintelligence agents searched the police outpost located on the 3rd floor. The search amounted to an escalation in the global dispute over China's efforts to police its diaspora far beyond its borders. Officials in Ireland, Canada, and the Netherlands have called on China to shut down similar operations in their countries. The FBI raid here in New York was one of the first known examples of authorities seizing materials from one of the outposts. Liu and Chen were also accused of destroying text messages between themselves and their handler at the Ministry of Public Security in October of 2022, at their own admission to the FBI, around the time of the search. In 2022, Liu helped open the so-called police station and was asked by China's government to locate an individual living in California who was considered a pro-democracy activist. In 2018, Liu had sought to persuade an individual considered a fugitive by the Chinese government to return home, prosecutors said. Charges were also unveiled in 2 other related cases. One against 34 Chinese police officers in China accused of harassing Chinese nationals who lived in the New York area via a trolling farm, and another against 8 Chinese officials accused of directing a Zoom employee based in China to remove dissidents from the platform. Officials describe all 3 cases as part of a worldwide effort to suppress criticism of China's government. In response, Chinese officials dismissed the charges as a continuation of America's smear campaign against China. China firmly opposes the U.S.'s slander and smears, its political manipulation, the false narrative of, quote, transnational repression, and blatant prosecution of Chinese law enforcement and cyber administration officials. Its foreign ministry spokesperson, Wang Wenbing, told a regular media briefing on Tuesday. Meanwhile, in other international cybersecurity news, the New York Times reports that Jack Teixeira, the Gen Z Pentagon Discord leaker, is expected to face a new court hearing in 2 weeks in which prosecutors may reveal new details of their case against him. A detention hearing for Mr. Teixeira, who was arrested last week on 2 separate counts related to the unauthorized handling and publication of classified materials, had been scheduled for federal court in Boston on Wednesday, but his lawyer requested more time to address the government's arguments, and the local magistrate was happy to oblige. As were federal prosecutors, as it gives them more time to sift through what has been accounted for so far as dozens of highly classified materials from the NSA, the CIA, the DIA, and other spy agencies to build their case against a 21-year-old airman and clout-chasing racist Minecraft enthusiast. Mr. Teixeira made a brief appearance in court on Wednesday to waive his right to a preliminary hearing. He appeared subdued and made little eye contact. Justice Department officials have been considering whether to ask the court to move the case to the Eastern District Court of Virginia, a court where both prosecutors and public defenders have extensive experience handling cases involving classified secrets. We'll have more on the story as it develops. Finally, in lighter news, Gizmodo is reporting that Taylor Swift was one of the few celebrities to dodge SBF's shiesty Prince Michigan routine. In the fall of the FTX collapse, Swift, who was offered $100 million to promote the crypto exchange, dodged a bullet by asking about unregistered securities, according to a lawyer waging lawsuits against other celebrity spokespeople. Adam Moskowitz, one of the lawyers behind a class action lawsuit waged against FTX celebrity spokespeople like Larry David, Tom Brady, Steph Curry, and Shaq, told the Scoop podcast Swift was almost one of those celebrity spokespeople, with FTX offering her $100 million over 3 years in talks throughout 2021 and 2022. Swift was apparently the only celebrity who asked her legal team whether or not she should be promoting unregistered securities. Some fans would point to Swift having some kind of uncanny fuckboy spider sense that transcends to financial knowledge. But the easier answer here might lie in the fact that the country-turned-pop music icon also happens to be the daughter of a former vice president of Merrill Lynch. And that's the news. Hit that subscribe button, hang around for part 2, and let us know what you think about these stories in the comments.